Hey, buddy. Hey, bear. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here because he's really staring me down. I don't know. Alright. I brought the GoPro, so I figured I might as well make a little video here. It's currently like 3:30, 4 p.m. Got a bit of a late start today. Nothing wrong with that. I'm headed up right now, base of the Flume Slide Trail, but I'm debating between either doing some exploring and schwacking up the Flume Slide proper itself, or hopping off trail to the north and checking out the Mount Liberty Slide over on the kind of southwest side of the mountain there. Both should be pretty cool, and I definitely am doing one of the two, but as you can see, it's a little wet out today. There's some thunderstorms coming through in like an hour, which I'm not too worried about because both of these are down below tree line, and even the summits aren't too exposed on Liberty or Flume. But these slides are going to be very wet, so I'm gonna have to make up my mind pretty shortly because I'll be approaching the cutoff where I start the schwack up to Liberty or staying straight towards Flume. So we'll see what I feel like doing. Should be a good little afternoon trip. Okay, I've come to the point on the hiking trail here where we intersect this little mini ravine kind of thing. It's that should be the stream bed that funnels down from the Mount Liberty Slide. So I believe this is just about where I take my left into some dense woods. I've decided I'm gonna check out Mount Liberty Slide today. Yeah, this that certainly looks like it will be it. There's definitely gonna be some interesting navigational cruxes of this adventure. That's all right. Oh yeah, all right, well here's the stream. I can only assume this comes from the right way, so. See ya, hiking trail. There we go. It is hot outside. All right, now all we have to do is follow this up to the summit of Mount Liberty. Cool. I'd say I'm about a third of the way up this slide in distance, maybe a quarter of the way up in vert. It's definitely some slow going, I won't lie. The stream is somewhere down there. It got way too dense to try to keep going up the middle of it. I fell into the stream about 3 or 4 times before I decided it was probably a good idea to come up on this little side of it. Yeah, it's going. Certainly not fast, and it is very tricky when it's this wet because every step is just feels like you're gonna slip down the side of this. Navigation overall is pretty easy, at least not too hard to just stay up high enough where you're not falling down there, and not so low that you go back into the stream. I'm gonna pop up there. That looks nicer. Yeah, overall, like 3.5 miles in. I've only been hiking for like an hour, and the rain is holding off for now, which is nice. Yeah, half the time here, I feel like I'm in a cartoon. My feet just slipping out from under me. Wow, it's dense in there. That's crazy. It is. Great day to be out in the woods. There's a stream bed right down there. This is sick. Weather's holding up great. Probably gotta be at least halfway up slide now. Got some blue sky. Whew. These are either the most open hardwoods I've ever seen in this part of the Whites, or someone trimmed a little trail through here. Oh man, this is so sick. Oh, just wait till I get back here with the skis on. Mount Liberty Slide's been on my bucket list for a while, and I've not yet made the trek up to hit it, but oh, this is so cool. Look at that. All right, we are getting up high now, approaching the actual slide part of stream bed, getting towards the summit of Liberty. So I'm gonna keep taking this little runoff kind of path. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna keep taking this kind of parallel to the summit up to my right, and then hopefully pop out right in the middle of the actual slide. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like. I can't hear a ton of water coming down, but I'm kind of falling over the other side of the ridge from where the stream is. So we'll get up there, take a look, see what's happening. Hopefully get some nice little class 3, class 4 scrambling. That'll be fun, as long as it's not too sketchy, soaking wet. This is unbelievably sick. I don't know why my GoPro shows that it's so overexposed in the distance there, but oh man. We're into the actual slide now. Let's go hop up here and take a look. Oh man, this is so cool. I know I've said that so many times, but look at this. Oh, this slide is sick. Not the easiest going on all these wet rocks that some of them are pretty loose. And this part's not going to be the easiest going either. But, oh, wow. That's not going to work. Look at that. Found the Mount Liberty slide. Woo! This is crazy. It's so hidden up here. And for how approachable it is from the road, it's only a couple miles up. It's not very traveled or trafficked by a whole lot of hikers, bushwhackers, backcountry skiers. Not a ton of people get up here. Even these trees just north of the slide are pretty open. I mean, not enough to fly down with skis on, but could easily kind of jump turn your way through this thing. Man, I'm just so stoked to check this out, especially in summer. I haven't done a whole lot summer schwacking in the whites, so this is just sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay as close to the slide as I can without going down into that little steep double fault line zone right here. It is wet for sure. Some wet slab. Ah, that's sick. Honestly, pretty low angle too. As far as remote slide, I mean, that's maybe, I want to say low 30s. Yeah, probably around low 30s, especially down there. That's a little steeper. This might even be like high 20s. Nothing crazy. I know it gets steeper towards the top and there's a set of bulges, usually some ice falls or maybe waterfalls this time of year, but overall, kind of had this idea in my head that this slide is way gnarlier than it seems like it is so far, just because looking at this thing from 93, it looks like a beast. I mean, it looks so narrow and so steep, but it's that kind of illusion when you're looking head on at a slide. It always makes it seem way gnarlier than it is. Glad I brought the GoPro today. My phone camera is still pretty broken, so wouldn't really have gotten any photos of this thing. All right, here it sort of branches into two. We got this little split. It comes down from stream up this way. It gets pretty steep, and I think the main slabs head up right. A little hard to tell, but I think that means I want to get on top of this little cliff and work my way right some more to get back closer to the slide. I bet this thing is a sick ice bulge in winter. That's probably good. 20 feet, like vertical, and then another 20-ish at a pretty steep angle down below it. And this kind of cliff band looks like it goes all the way across into the main part of the slide too, because this is still just that little branch off. The main one's just past that cluster of trees. Kind of feels like some of those East Osceola slides way above Greeley, where they just got kind of a series of low angle slab, and then a little ice fall, low angle slab. It's super fun because it makes them pretty sendable over the top. I don't know how these are quite for landings, and I'm a little nervous to make my way over there and get up on the edge to look down and see. I don't really feel like sliding down all of the Mount Liberty slide today. But, here we go, okay. So this is where main slide comes back. I'm gonna pop up this way and then probably have to loop around again. Oh, that's muddy. Oh, the double foot slip and the branch I was holding came down. That's always a nice combo. All right, let's try to not destroy this moss. Whew. There's the main section of the slide again. Oh yeah. Ooh. Be careful where we walk. Yeah, that's right on the top of the cliff. Look at those views. Oh man. I'm gonna stay back over right here just in case if I slip. That's some wet rock and I could be going down a little ways. Especially above that big cliff. So cool. Okay, I can just see, I can hopefully zoom in later. Right up there you can see some cliff bands. I think those are just below the summit where it turns, you know, near vertical for a good bit. I need to ski this thing. It's getting me so hyped up for next winter already. Wow. So cool. I'm so tempted to, I think I'm gonna try to hang on to these trees and venture down to look at the cliff. Let's see, we'll hang on to these guys real good. Yeah, that's as far as I want to go. All right, well, I wouldn't say it's quite sendable. There's a lot of trees right at the bottom. I mean, I guess it depends on how much snow it's getting. A lot of those little shrubs could be covered. But I'd say probably in the winter, best to play it safe and just go way around this thing. I'm getting absolutely murdered by flies right now. But we're getting up there. Cliffy section right up there. Oh, these flies are all over me. I gotta keep moving. Here's kind of the last stretch of slabs before it gets really steep, I think. Cliff is way down there. You can just see the rest of the stream that, or the stream bed that took up that whole valley. It's pretty crazy. Oh man, so sick up here. What a cool day. I found a lot of this rock is actually somewhat doable to, well, it might not be now that I have the GoPro out, but to scramble up. I'm gonna switch this to an ultra wide view so you can maybe see. All right, let's see if you can see that as I'm getting up here. The only thing you gotta watch out for is going up something like this, where it might put you on a dead end where everything is kind of steep around you, and then you can't down climb, and then you're stuck in the middle of the Mount Liberty slide. Yeah, that would have been a little treacherous. So is this way, but we got some trees. It's not too bad of going. I guess I'm going up the right side here. Let's take this real carefully. I'm gonna put the GoPro away so I can use both my hands, because this is more, I mean, you got some holds, but it's kind of, yeah, now we got that. Whew. Oh yeah, there's some fun stuff. All right, that part was a little sketchy, I won't lie. Not a whole ton of trees to grab onto, and then trying to get into that density was a mess, but we got up here. There's a nice little, this would be a good size ice fall in winter, but still none of these are, you know, anything that you can't get around to skis on. Definitely no ropes needed. You can just sidestep, schwack it around if you need to, or this one, you'd have a nice landing if you want to go over it. Whew. drenched in sweat, absolutely drenched. But could not be happier. It's a great day out here. I think I'm gonna sneak by this cliff left. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little slippery. We'll get both hands on there. That looks like a big loose chunk. Yeah, just a couple of these moves. Not super high consequence, but around doesn't actually look ideal. I think I'm gonna climb up this thing. Alright, that was a fun little couple class 4, maybe class 5 moves. That's always fun, spice it up. Slippery. Yep, we'll get back into this stuff, fighting through some trees. The shirtless and shorts combo may not have been my greatest idea, to be quite honest. It's gonna look like I got into a fight with a tiger and lost badly, but that's all right. Well worth it. Okay, so we got some more climbing, definitely. All right, this is a little more climbing than I expected to be doing today, especially when this is what the rock looks like. All right, I think I can get up that side. It looks like some good holds. We'll put this GoPro away. Okay, I think I'm through that very dense section that got real steep for a bit. And now, some nice dry scree. Oh, gotta love it. I am a little wary about pulling some of these huge, oh, that's a slippery rock. Some of these huge ones down on top of me, because when you get a remote slide like this that no one ever really goes on, you never know how unstable the big rocks are. Oh yeah, this should be the final push to the summit. Just up here. At least I hope. It'll be nice to summit, get back down before any rain comes. If it even is anymore. Wow. That was overall so much cooler than I thought this slab was gonna be, and I still had pretty high expectations. Yeah, we're gonna hop over this way. Nothing like having to guess where your feet are going. Just gotta go by feel on a lot of this. Whew. Man, I'm gonna get a quick water break and get up, summit this thing. This is kind of one of those days where, you know, at the start you're trying to be careful and pick a good route and really avoid getting dirty and wet, and then by the end you're legitimately just crawling up through sections and pulling yourself up however you possibly can and fighting through trees the whole time. This part isn't even as bad as that last bit. I'll try to take the camera out if it turns like that again. I mean, I was just engulfed in pine trees. I could see a couple inches in front of my face, and I was genuinely just crawling, fighting to get up the mountain. Is not an ideal spot to pause, but found a snake. Hey buddy. Yeah, definitely not a good spot to stop, but that's all right. I'm sure this part doesn't look too bad on camera, but sketchiest stuff yet by far. I'm trying to get up here. Quite a few bugs. I got attacked by a bee coming up this crack right here. That was not lovely, but he didn't sting me. He got away. Bugs are just going straight in the mouth. I'm gonna keep moving. Oh, and they're biting. I think I'm through the thick of it. I felt like one of the last steep sections, maybe, I hope. I'm not sure. You can just see part of North Skyrig, North Slide over just south of Loon. It's pretty sweet. Okay, let's get up this cliff. This rock is real dry. Look, shoes, so much nicer to climb up. Yeah, it's fun. I feel like I'm just covered every single inch in pine needles right now. Let's make sure none of this is gonna go under my feet like that. That's exactly what you want to watch out for. I'm gonna hold the GoPro in the mouth for a second. Oh yeah, ours tops the cliffs, I think. You can just see, oh wow, I totally missed. Big talus field down that way. I think I was just a little north of it, like to the left coming up. I'm gonna have to remember that because that looks like so much nicer of a way to come up and down this thing. I think it, yeah, it totally keeps going up through the woods there. Okay, this should be the last stretch up these cliffs here. Definitely some class 4 scrambling. This is so sick. I'm having to actually hang on here because, you know, I'm up there. But we're gonna see if I can put this GoPro in the mouth on ultra wide. I wish I brought like an actual head or chest mount to show some of this stuff, because this is, you know, not too common for getting this stuff in the whites. But actually, I'll keep it out for a second here. Here's where I don't need both hands. Oh man. Look at that. This is nuts. You can see some other parts of the slide way down there. It's a pretty wide area. That might be right above that major cliff band. Oh man. Weird little slidey area over on Flume. That's cool. Alright, let's get up this thing. Oh, that was so sweet. Oh man, okay, we got a lot more cliffs to summit, but I'm gonna definitely stay on the southern side, because those are legit cliffs. I don't really want to push it scrambling up too much more than this solo. Oh, there's the Flume slide. GoPro's about to die, so I'll keep moving while we can. Film the last bit here. Oh, yeah, okay. That's just a cliff through there. Alright. I don't want to get over to that stuff. That's a pretty decent cliff down there. I think I'm gonna have to try to just fight straight through this stuff. Yep. It's gonna have to be the move. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna probably stop filming this. This may not be the most captivating angles. Oh yeah, now I'm over this cliff. Alright, I almost got pretty cliffed out down there, because it's all cliffs that way, and it's all cliffs up that way, but I made it up this thing. Wasn't the easiest. Look at Flume slide. Please ignore the hideous sound that my phone camera makes since I broke it. I'll be getting a new phone soon, so I promise you won't be hearing that much longer. This is definitely the more scrambly section, especially when you're trying to come out through like a 10-foot boulder in some dense pine trees that don't want to move. But it's looking like it's flattening out right up there. I just gotta keep fighting through all of this stuff. Real close. Not quite on the summit yet, but should be right up there. Let's go. Yes. Oh man. You're next, buddy. I totally lied. That was a false summit. There's the summit. Popped down a weird spot over here. This was not, I think, where I meant to go. But we're gonna head up to the old secret cliff jumping spot on this side of 93. Too hot of a day to not go swim. Whew. Made it down Liberty in like, I want to say 50 minutes. It's a pretty good time. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm at right now. Secret swimming hole. Oh, he's a good one. Hi, Mom. Met up with my mom at Lonesome Lake. She was doing a little hike up there for the day, or the afternoon. Now we're gonna make our way down. The sun is setting. That was refreshing.